Hey y'all, welcome back to ELA with Miss Grace. And today we're going to talk about irony. So, what it is, and we're going to talk about 3 different types of irony that are most commonly found when you are doing your high school ELA classes and maybe even college level classes. But either way, it's going to help you to recognize, and especially my favorite one is verbal irony, aka sarcasm. So, first things first, irony is the expression of one's meaning by using language that normally signifies the opposite, typically for humorous or emphatic effect. Situational irony occurs when the outcome of a situation is opposite from what was intended or expected. It is a literary device where the reality differs from the reader or character's expectation, creating a twist in the plot. And we know we've all seen this when we're watching a movie or something, we're like, oh my gosh, I didn't see that coming. Verbal irony is a figure of speech where the speaker's intended meaning is in contrast to the literal meaning of the words. It is a deliberate rhetorical device used to convey a message indirectly, often employing sarcasm, understatement, or overstatement to add humor or criticize. Dramatic irony is a literary device that creates a contrast between the audience's knowledge and the character's ignorance. So, for example, these are some examples of situation irony. A dentist with severe tooth decay. Because you don't expect a dentist to have severe tooth decay, you expect their teeth to be top notch, right? A car mechanic that can't change a tire. Also ironic because they're a mechanic. You expect them to know everything about fixing a vehicle. Searching everywhere from your phone when it's in your hand. We know this happens. Sometimes the phone will literally be like right there in your back pocket or something, and you're looking for it. Like, wait a minute, where's my phone? And it's right there on you. A librarian with a book overdue. A fire station burning down because, let's be for real, nobody expects a fire station to burn down, ever. Offering to pay for a date and realizing your wallet is at home. All right. And then let's go with a skyscraper architect who is afraid of heights because they're literally building tall buildings and they're afraid of heights. Some examples of verbal irony include in Shakespeare's Julius Caesar, when Brutus says, "Not that I love Caesar less, but I love Rome more," which is ironic given his actions because Rome loved Caesar, right? All the Romans loved Caesar, but here Brutus comes saying, I loved Rome more, but he kills their beloved Caesar. Him and other people, of course. I will not marry yet, and when I do, I swear it shall be to Romeo, whom you know I hate, rather than Paris. I love this part in Romeo and Juliet because we know that Juliet is actually in love with Romeo and that she married Romeo behind her parents' back. But here she is talking to her parents, her mother, if I'm not mistaken, about how much, that she would marry Romeo rather than Paris because they're talking to her about they're trying to convince her to marry Paris. Anyways. And then another one, let's go with the last one. A mother looks at her child's messy bedroom and says, I love how your room is always so clean. The mother is being especially sarcastic. And I use that one because I know a lot of students can relate to this. My daughter, I tell her, I'm very sarcastic when it comes to that because it's important to keep your room clean, So if I'm seeing a messy room, it's like, oh my gosh, I love how clean your room is, something to that effect. Then dramatic irony examples in Romeo and Juliet. Again, obviously I love Romeo and Juliet for teaching. It has a lot of devices in there that you can teach from. In Romeo and Juliet, the audience knows that the lovers are each alive, but neither of the lovers know that the other is alive. So we see that they actually do like a double murder, right? Because they take themselves out because they don't realize that each other's alive. In Jaws, the audience anticipates danger while the characters remain unaware. Oh my gosh, if you've seen Jaws, there are so many clips where we see that there's a shark in the ocean and the characters are just completely oblivious. And then a popular teenager bullies a girl at school for failing a test, but she herself hasn't realized that she also failed. A girl in a horror movie runs to hide in the same closet the bad guy is hiding in. We've all seen those movies, or maybe you haven't, but let's just throw it out there. We've seen those movies where the character is running literally towards the killer, or they think they're running away from the killer, and only to end up stopping right in front of the killer, where the killer is. Like, come on. And then last thing, do you have any questions? Leave the comments below. Let me know if you have any questions regarding this video. Peace.